This is step one in the REM2 Autodesk Inventor model. For this particular tutorial, I'm working in a virtual desktop, so some of these first steps may be different than if you have the program installed on your own computer. But logged into the virtual desktop, I need to sign into Drive File Stream, which I've already done by double-clicking on that. And you'll see that Drive File Stream is logged in down here so I can access all of my Google Drive files. Next step is to launch Autodesk Inventor by double-clicking here. Once the program loads, you may or may not see an option to either start learning or start working. It may bypass that screen and go straight to this. If it doesn't, then you need to click Start Working to get here. And then if you get another pop-up of some sort, you can just close it out. But eventually you want to get to this point. So step one in the REM2 requires us to start a new standard.ipt part file. Once that new part file launches, I'm going to go ahead and shrink my browser down just a little bit. That's taking up too much space. All right, so step one is to start a new 2D sketch. So I'm going to click right on that pencil icon. And then I'm going to choose the XY plane. So I hover over that. It says XY, so I'm going to single click there. It automatically puts me in the sketch menu, and I'm ready to draw my circle. So I'm going to choose the circle tool. I'm going to avoid the origin. I'm not going to click on there because it will constrain it right there to the origin. So I'm going to go off center a little bit, single click, drag my mouse out, click again, and then hit the escape key in the upper left hand corner of my keyboard. That will get me out of that circle tool. And now I'm ready to add my dimensions. So I'm going to click dimension. I'm going to go to the circle. For this dimension, I need to be on the outer ring of the circle, and I'm going to single click. Drag my mouse out, single click again. And this circle is pretty large, so the dimension or the diameter on this is actually 6. Hit the enter key or the green check mark. Now my circle has disappeared. If you have a mouse plugged into your laptop, if you just double click the wheel on your mouse, it will zoom it back into focus. If you don't have a mouse and you're just using your trackpad, you can go up here to the navigation cube and just click on front. So now we have a circle with a diameter of 6, and I'm going to go ahead and hit finish sketch. Okay, now it's zoomed in again, so I'm going to zoom it back out. I'm going to click on the little house here by the navigation cube so that we can see the entire circle. And now we need to give this circle some depth, so I'm going to hit extrude. I'm going to expand this extrusion box and change that distance from 1 inch to 2 inches. And click OK. And now I'm going to save this. I'm going File, Save As. And this part is really important. When you're logged into a virtual desktop or even just if it's your own desktop computer, or if you happen to be back at school and you're saving at a school computer, where it says Save In, we need to be very careful about what this says. On a virtual desktop, the Documents folder is on the hard drive, and every time you log out of a virtual desktop, the hard drive gets deleted. So we never want to save anything there. So if you signed into Google Drive File Stream like you were supposed to, you can hit that drop down, go down to Google Drive File Stream, open My Drive, and then I have created a folder in my drive called Technology and Robotics. It may be a good idea here to go ahead and create another folder. We did this in the 7th grade class. Last name _ inventor. I'm going to open that up. In the file name, we do not want to save this as part 1. That's a generic file name. We want to be specific. This assignment is called REM2. So I'm going to save it as REM2. and hit save. That's the end of step 1 for the REM2 model, and you're ready to advance to the next step.